It's our second day here in Vernon, and today we are going at a winery estate. It's in Kelowna. We are going for 50 minutes drive, and I'm so excited because we got to taste wine, and we are going to have a tour on the vineyard. We are going to have fun, guys. So stick with us and we are going for a wine tasting. Let's go! Guys, we are here today at Mission Hill Winery Estate, and we are going to have fun inside for wine tasting, okay? See you inside!
12-story bell tower. So, you know, if you haven't visited us here at Mission Hill, but you live down in the valley, you know all about us, because our bells are going off every 15 minutes
really?
On the hour.
Yeah, we noticed that.
Yeah, have you already heard it?
Yes.
So you'll probably be lucky enough to hear our 12 o'clock bell. So that's when at noon and 5 they go off for about 5 minutes, which is super cool the first time you hear it. This was the first bell they cast to go up there. It was cast slightly too large, so a very expensive mistake. But this one's dedicated to Martin, which is Anthony, our owner's father. So these are all cast in solid bronze by the Picard family, who've been doing bells in France for churches since the 18th century. So this is the only set of bells.
Hello, welcome.
I want to take a video. What is this?
This is our 2018 Reserve Riesling. Yeah, some nice stone fruit on, some nice green apples, citrus, pear. Feel free to take a glass and enjoy. It's a little bit off dry for a Riesling, but sweeter for Mission Hill.
So Pinot Noirs, Rieslings, some Chardonnays, some ice wines. They just lend themselves better to a little bit of cooler climate.
What are those boxes over there?
Those are beehives.
Beehives,
So we're in a good season of being able to
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we collect the honey from these hives and we use them in the restaurants. You can also buy jars of boutique.
Oh, okay. It's organic.
It's completely natural. So they help pollinate some of the plant life we have here on site. So a lot of our plants are imported from Europe. Yeah, to give it kind of that European feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then someone told me the other day that taking a teaspoon of local honey is really good for your seasonal allergies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which makes sense to me on paper, but I haven't tried it yet. But I might make the switch from
Yeah, try it. Oh, that's good.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So folks, we're about to head into the cellar just now, so this time we ask you to put on your mask just while we're inside. So what we're looking at here are mostly our reserve rights. We have some Cabernet Sauvignon, some Merlot, some Cabernet Franc there on the corner. Most of these are 2020 vintages, and we use a mixture of French and American oak barrels down here, which both are quite set different profiles of the wine. French oak's a little bit of a tighter, smoother grain. The American's a little more rough, a little more coarse. So the option plays differently with the American oak versus the French oak. Yeah. The barrels will stay down here for up to 12 months before being bottled or moved out. Or sort of used glass, yeah.
Okay.
So you can actually... So above us right here, this is our bell tower. You can't really see anything looking up, but just to give you an idea of where we they built the bell tower into the ground into the cellar there.
It's the bell tower.
For the longest time I didn't understand what this was down here until it rained one day, and the water that Christensen collected
Oh,
from the
yes.
bell tower comes down here into this reservoir.
Yes.
And we treat it and use it throughout the estate.
That's makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright. Good rain. Okay.
So this whole structure that we're standing in the cellar was blasted out of Mount Boucherie. So what you see along the walls here is all volcanic rock.
Oh,
So you can see actually some of the drill lines, the vertical lines running down the rock face where they would have dropped down the dynamite to blow the place open. The raw wax is a really nice natural sort of temperature moderator down here. We're able to keep it at 12 to 13 degrees without using any air conditioning.
Yeah.
About 70 to 75% humidity down here, just those optimal conditions for aging some of these red wines. So it's a super unique space. It kind of echoes back to some of those European cave cellars you might find. And it feels like it's been here a long time, but renovations on this space only began in 1996 and finished up in 2002, so it's fairly new. But it's really meant to feel a little ancient, feel like it's going to be here for a long time. It's they spare no expense on this cellar here. We're quite proud of it.
Yeah. Wow.
Back behind that door is usually closed, just to maintain the illusion of what we have going on inside here. But that's where we probably have about 98% of our wine aging on site.
Okay.
So that's the main one.
Yeah. So you wouldn't know just how fast the production is at Mission Hill. We have this whole underground cellar that goes on for 3 massive rooms where they have more barrels, big oak barriques, stainless steel tanks, concrete eggs. So winemakers can really play around with how they age things and what they want to do and achieve with each individual wine.
That's right.
You can see they're actually working here. A lot of people think this room is just for decoration, but it's not. It's a cellar and everything here will be used in Mission Hill bottles.
Oh, that's really, yeah, that's good.
Absolutely. So right here we're standing in front of our owner's private cellar. So he's man that spares no expense. Even this gate here is sort of customized to look like a vineyard. You get the rows of vines at the top here, these vertical bars. Cross hatching here is supposed to be like the grapes, and then at the bottom we have the roots. Of course, all tied together by the pelican in the middle there.
Yeah.
So behind the gate we have on the right some of our Mission Hill vintages, sort of a library of what we've done.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Different.
All different years, so probably our oldest Mission Hill bottle in there is from the 90s. On the left we have some rare collected bottles from his own collection, some gifted bottles. So just some really interesting wines in here as well. And then along the back wall we have some ancient wine vessels from all over space and time. Some dating back to the early Bronze Age in Jerusalem, some from the Jin Dynasty in China. If you're interested to see what each individual vessel is, they have listed on the plaque there. But just that sort of reminder that wine's this grand unifier of time and culture. The feeling we have down here.
Yeah.
Anthony's a big collector of artifacts and artworks. So sometimes Mission Hill feels like a bit of a museum. But it's a super neat aesthetic touch for sure.
Yes.
Someday hopefully let me get behind the bars there. I'd like to. That is a bottle of port from 1917.
Wow.
So it's 105 years old. That was a gift for Anthony's mother for her 100th birthday in 2017.
Wow.
And she's still alive. She's 105 and she's still pulling the strings. She's still doing well. Yeah.
Wow.
That one in the blanket beside it was a gift to Anthony from Prince William and Kate when they visited the winery. So supposedly that's a bottle from the Queen's private cellar.
Oh.
I can't tell you what's in the blanket. I'm not sure. But as I'm told, that was a gift for Anthony. So some really interesting stuff in here. Some really interesting history as well. Yeah.
Good.
So yesterday they had some rubber stoppers in these barrels. They switched over to the glass for you guys today. Adds a bit of elegance. So legend has it, and this is just legend, but that these crystal stoppers in the top of the barrels here were a gift from the Queen after they visited in 2017. Adds a little bit of elegance. Before that, they were all just rubber, but it does just add a nice touch.
Yeah.
Flair of prestige. I haven't seen the paperwork that confirms whether it was a gift from the Queen, but that's what I'm told. That's the mythology. And then, of course, we have this red stripe down the middle of the barrel, because when they're drawing wine, filling wine, or emptying barrels, sometimes you'll stain the oak. It leaves kind of an unattractive red pinkish stain. So they started coming around with grape skins and water and painting that middle panel, just so it kind of acts as a cushion for any spillage, and it gives it kind of a neat look to these barrels as well.
Yeah.
Some French and some American. So here, if you're interested, you can touch the wall. There's some spots of growth. We're underneath the grass here.
Oh, so
these walls
it's really.
Yeah, they get a fair bit more moisture on this wall.
Yeah.
That's why we're seeing a little bit more activity, a little bit more growth happening. So this mold we have running down the wall right here is just cellar mold. So it's a result of the moisture, the humidity, and the alcohol evaporation from the barrels. It kind of reacts to create this black bacteria kind of growth.
But it's when we were there, it looks like a painting or it's a mural.
It's very interesting. Like there's some elegance to it.
Yes.
But it's really what lends itself to that damp, musty cellar smell down here. If you visit some of those old world cave cellars in France, they have this stuff caked on all the walls and thick layers of dust and cobwebs.
Yeah.
So in the decades to come, the missions of cellar may look a little bit different. But for now, we're quite happy with it. It's a symptom just of a working cellar.
Yeah.
Double cellar goes about halfway down the wall, so it's come to life. The namesake of our flagship wine we do here at Mission Hill. But this is the only natural point of natural light we have coming down here into the cellar. So it's a purely aesthetic touch. Some people think maybe that the way the light plays with the barrels or the wine impacts the flavors, or it has nothing to do with it. It's just a neat little touch. One way we sort of think about this room is the design, sort of wood paneling on the ceiling with the archways here.
Yeah.
It's meant to give you that impression that what we're standing in is a wine barrel. So if you think of this room as a wine barrel,
Oh, so there, you
then
can go there.
the oculus would be like the opening at the top to stop it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of neat. In some old
Yeah.
churches in Europe, they have
They
skylights in the church for souls to carry on to heaven. So one thing that happens when we age wine is we lose about 20 bottles of wine per barrel due to evaporation.
Yes.
We call that the angel share. So we also kind of think of the oculus as a way for the wine to leave and reach the angels when it evaporates.
Oh, really? That's the...
But yeah, we can get up there and have a look at it. It
Yeah.
kind of looks like a concrete garbage can sticking out of the ground. It doesn't look like much from above. But you can peek down and you can't really see too much.
You don't know, you don't have any idea if you're there.
Yeah, exactly. Just gotta peek down. Maybe someone down there can see you. Can't really see too much from above though.
Yeah.
We have you folks.
Can I still drive then?
Oh, you know. Well, if you don't, feel free to leave anything if you just want to take little sippers
Yeah,
too.
just
Like, it's no worries at all. And Thomas will be back to explain the wines and the food pairing when it comes up. Enjoy.
Thank you. Tasting here. Different kind of wines.
The way this tasting is going to work is we're going to move left to right across the plate and with the wines. So our leftmost dish right here is paired with our 2020 Reserve Sauvignon Blanc. And that right there is a pan-seared scallop Bordeaux. So it's paired with the one on the left here. So it kind of lines up on your plate with your wine too. So our 2020 Reserve Sauvignon Blanc is paired with a pan-seared scallop Bordeaux on top of a summer squash relish. So the Sauv Blanc's got a nice sort of citrusy punch of acidity, which cuts through some of that fattiness in the scallop. It's got a nice light body, which pairs with the delicate flavors of the seafood as well. And then that relish underneath kind of brings out the more herbaceous qualities in the wine. So very nice pairing. The next one we have there is our 2020 Borda Vista Rosé. So our Borda Vista Rosé is from our terroir collection. So that means that it's a single vineyard expression. All the grapes that are used in our rosé here come from Borda Vista Vineyard and Soyuz. So our 2020 Rosé is paired with a strawberry rhubarb compote with a dollop of goat cheese on top. So I'd recommend having a sip of the wine, slipping down the compote and taking another sip of the wine. You're going to find on that second sip, kind of changes the profile of the rosé. You're going to lose that sweetness that you got on your first sip, but it's really going to build out and extend some of those fruitier flavors on your palate. So it's a really great pairing there. The beets here are harmless, but they're frustrating. The next one we have there is our 2019 Vista's Edge Cabernet Franc. It's from our terroir collection as well. And that is paired with our Estate Lomo, wrapped around a beetroot and cherry tapenade. So the Cabernet Franc's just got a nice tannin structure and a nice sort of spiciness to it, which really complement the saltiness of the Lomo. And then that beetroot inside the Lomo kind of bring out some more earthy characteristics in the wine as well. Then the last one we have there is our 2016 Compendium. So that is one of our legacy wines. That just means it's sort of the top 1% of grapes that our winemakers have access to. We have specialty legacy plots dedicated to these grapes. So it really is our best expression. So that one there, the Compendium, is a red blend. So it's Merlot and Cab Sauv dominant with a little bit of Cabernet Franc in there as well. And that is paired with our Mangieri dark chocolate. So the Compendium just got a nice, rich, deep cocoa flavor, almost a coffee-like profile to it, which just goes so nicely with the chocolate. So I hope you enjoy everything. Then you have your plum frites right there to enjoy as well. Some sparkling water in the clear bottle, some still in the green bottle here. And if you folks need anything else, please let me know. But for now, cheers, enjoy everything, and I'll be out to check on you. Okay. Get out your picture here.
These are the grapes that they are going to make for wine. It's really nice. See?